Finally, ladies and gentlemen, after like a month straight of waiting, the new update is here. And I'm gonna be honest, my expectations for this game is going to be very high. Because if this update isn't like perfect, 10 on 10, absolute cinema, I think it might be the end. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but let's stop wasting time because, you know, the live event is about to start. So, having a look through the update log, it seems like a lot of, you know, the expected stuff came out. We have a new Shibuya world, some pets, including a secret probably. And then over here, we have a GOJO style mythical weapon. Now, what's good about this weapon is that for the first time in, I think, like 4 updates, we now have a weapon that actually evolves once again. So if we get the Honored One title, this GOJO style will turn into Infinite Void, which might mean that with that evolution, it might finally be like the new best like weapon in the game. So maybe no more planetary devastation or what was the final sword again? I completely forgot its name. You know what I'm talking about. But to speedrun through the rest of the update log, the accessories over here, they look kind of relatively mid. We have a new game mode, Shibuya Incident. Hopefully it does not have a new capsule because I will lose my mind. We have to defeat him for a chance to claim the exclusive warrior. Ooh, okay, maybe that means that instead of a capsule, we just need to defeat him and then he has like a set chance to drop. And then we feed him Sukuna fingers to make him stronger. We have new weapons once again. Probably this one will give us the Honored One title. And then the new accessories. This is very good. Inventory Curse. This is the new, probably best luck accessory because it gives you plus 50% luck, but also open speed. And then this is what we did not expect. They actually added a guaranteed shiny pity for limited time warriors. So if you were able to get 50 copies of, for example, Elf Mage, you can now get a guaranteed shiny. Not sure how I feel about that because, you know, getting 50 of them is still going to be taking a ridiculously long time and it doesn't really address the issues that I have with the invasion. But hey, maybe they fixed them down here. So, new max warrior level. Okay, that will definitely at least help with invasion, you know, completing it faster. Material limits have been increased. Auto trait reroll. Guild points also save when leaving or switching guilds. Guilds cards now show leaderboard placements. So I guess now I can check, you know, how cool my guild is. And then 3 new titles, 3 new legends, 5 new discovery milestones, and then the game's very first secret relic. And then that seems to be basically the whole update. So let's first of all claim the free rewards over here. So we have a universal skin ticket and then just like a bunch of trait trios and whatever, including some summer stars. I definitely love that. Thank you, game. But yeah, where is this new area going to be found? So if we just navigate over here, it is going to be this way. So let's speedrun all the way over there. I can see it, lads. I can see it in the distance. It just seems to be a regular city and whatever, you know, typical of Shibuya. Now, we only have around 40 minutes left until the admin abuse starts. Obviously, I will probably be hatching, you know, in the final world, you know, maybe trying to get the brand new shiny secret. But what I do want to check is, first of all, a few main things. Number 1, how expensive is the egg? It is 210 million per, and then we might as well go ahead and collect all of the quests over here. So let's just, you know, obviously claim the Waystone quest to get this, you know, working in the background. But now the big question is, where is the new game mode? I don't think I'm able to see it pretty well. And also, where's the secret boss? Dio before, you know, in the last update was very, very tanky. So I'm assuming that obviously in this world, he's, you know, the boss is obviously going to be much, much worse to handle. Ah, here he is. I thought he was hidden pretty well. So in order to find the secret boss of this world, so you need to first of all head on over to the center, right? To the Sorcerer's Star. Take a right, you'll see like a station next to Jugo, and then just come all the way up here, and then down here, and then this is where Kanjaku is. He has 1.75 trillion HP, and of course an egg right near him. And then, does he drop anything else special? No, just the GOJO style for a 0.2% chance. And then the last thing over here is I was told that apparently the Shibuya entrance is it this thing over here? No, this is just a quest. So probably it's going to be either for the extra shiny chance or just, I guess, a normal quest. So that is that. We have the Waystone. And then, where is it, man? This area is really big. Okay, we go down here. So we actually have to go into the station. And then this is where Sukuna is. We'll find like the shiny quest and whatever later on. Or maybe it might just be this thing over here. Let's see. Give me the quest. Put me on the clock. Is this is for the 10% extra shiny chance. There we go. So we found all of the quest NPCs. but we only have 10 minutes now in order to try out this game mode. So, enter the incident. Okay. We have a 1% chance to get Sukuna, but he only has wait, is that normal? 390 HP? But Sukuna is guaranteed to drop within 50 floors. Oh wait, that makes sense. Hold on, we're supposed to make him stronger with the Sukuna fingers. That's why he's starting off like very weak. He looks weak, but probably when we give him all the fingers, he'll be insane. And then this is where we get the Inventory Curse, Spear of Heavens, and then all the other useful stuff. Glad I set up my full team over here, you know. It's looking very strong. I have like 137 million power, which should be enough to take this on, at least, you know, at least to just like barely beat it or whatever. So we'll start this off, and obviously we'll pop on a damage potion and damage setup. So let's put on DPS and then also put on the boost. Now let's tackle this. So let's start over here, and then it doesn't seem like we get any extra drops or anything. So it seems like playing with like friends or whatever doesn't provide extra drops, but obviously considering that it's, you know, the boss and whatever would have a ton of HP to take out, having more players will just like make each and every single run much faster. So probably the meta will still be, you know, grinding with friends and whatever, but like don't expect any extra drops or anything, especially since, you know, there aren't any like fragments and stuff. Now we have to pick a train, it seems like, so go left or right. I guess we'll go left. I'm not sure if there's a difference. I mean, maybe it's like a plus or minus, like maybe like bonus chances for drops or whatever. But then again, I did see some text talking about like weak curses, so maybe depending on which side you pick will determine how strong the enemies are. Oh, it seems like I just picked something that's supposed to be giving me a stronger variety of enemies. Yeah, now we're getting 2.6 billion HP per enemy, and it goes up to 9.1 billion and probably even higher. But apart from that, I'm not seeing any difference. So again, it seems like my theory on like, I guess the generalization of how this game mode works is just that depending on obviously what train you pick will decide how quick your run is going to be. But I guess at my strength or whatever, it doesn't really matter that much. I might just be, you know, overthinking it and whatever. Listen, if you're really strong, just like pick whatever train you want. It literally doesn't matter. But yeah, it seems like it is now officially time for the admin abuse to start. It's starting literally 2 minutes. So I guess we might as well, you know, make sure all of our luck setup is going to be on. So we definitely want the, obviously our luck team. And then I have basically all of the good boosts that I want on, but obviously I can get some better ones from like the, where is it again? The escort. I know for a fact that the shop should have restocked, so I'll definitely be able to get a bunch of Omega Lucky boosts. Now we are officially ready to start the hatching. So when the admin abuse starts, hopefully we should be able to get the brand new secret. Even if it's a normal one or whatever, I guess I'll take it. Especially right now, since I've had like some good luck these past few days. Not gonna spoil too much, but let's just say we got a, you know, something shiny. You know, I guess I'll showcase that over there. That's all for the time being though, nothing else. You'll have to see, you know, for another video what I'm gonna be doing with all of that. But yeah, without further ado, let the admin abusing whatever begin. Hey everyone, SMG cutting in around 20 minutes into the future. Spoiler alert, I got absolutely nothing. Even from the free captures and whatever, we didn't get anything, not even a normal Freerin or a normal Boros. The only good thing that we've got until now is a free shiny potion. That's really it. But hey, at least, you know, I didn't get like distracted or anything, because I did actually check out the update log once again, and I got reminded of a few new things. Remember, we have a brand new level 90, which I will go ahead and do on all of my units once obviously the admin abuse is over, so then we can see like my new total power. And then from there, I also checked out the 3 new titles, and from what I've seen up till now, I'm not seeing anything to like really go crazy about. The Honored one doesn't give any boost apart from what it does to the mythical weapon, and then we have the King of Curses one, which again, it does nothing, but I mean, we do get 50 trade trios alongside it, so you know, massive W there. To be honest, what confuses me even more is that I'm not even seeing like where the 3rd title is. Is the game correct about there being 3 new titles, or am I just like missing it or something? Maybe they added like an old title or something, maybe like Pure Evil or Star Bloodline. I'm pretty sure these were in the game before, but maybe I'm like schizophrenic or something and I'm like imagining things. We'll just leave that for the time being, and we'll double check the other stuff. So we're super close to unlocking the final stages for the majority of these collections. And here is what the majority of the new weathers are looking like. Well, I say new, I mostly mean just like the ones that just popped, you know. We have 2 Celestial Domains, Shiny Overflow, Aura Borealis, and just like a bunch of other smaller ones. Again, I hope this isn't the peak of the admin abuse. I hope that they're going to be popping like 7 or 8 celestial domains to at least make up for the 3-week wait. Plus, literally, last admin abuse, they promised that this was supposed to be the biggest one yet, so my expectations, just like the update, are insanely high. How much longer of Celestia? 2
We're
minutes
literally
only.
like 50 points away from hitting.
Oh, I got it! I got GOJO! I think. What? I got GOJO!
You're not sure.
I had cutscenes off, I
What?
think. No way. The cutscene didn't...
Screenshot.
No. What?
Show
It didn't give me the cutscene. It didn't give me the cutscene.
There's no cutscene.
There's no cutscene. There's no
Really?
cutscene. I got that on
forgot.
camera, by the way. I got that on camera, by the way.
Hey! Yes! Show
All right.
us that.
All right. I
Imagine.
don't know. I haven't checked.
If it's shiny, holy
Sugars.
no way.
Is it shiny?
I'm not checking the
It's a-
Discord. I'm not checking the Discord.
I'm not checking either.
Where the
I think one more. I think one more. Bro, no
Yeah,
cutscenes, horseradish.
If it's shiny, holy shit.
It's shiny! Yes!
Shiny GOJO. Satoru GOJO.
Minus, finally!
Clean up on my pants.
Yeah, clean up on aisle 4.
Yep, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got that lucky. We got a shiny GOJO. I was not expecting to get anything. That's why I was on call chilling with friends, because I was like, if I'm gonna be here for an hour, might as well with the boys, you know? And we got him! But yeah, I'm spoiling the rest of like, you know, what I had planned for another video. You know, I got some Izens, got some Naruto Bees, Draculae. You know, we'll be working on these two guys in another video, but GOJO. I'm curious, how expensive is he going to be, first of all? If we start max leveling him, 12 trillion for the first tier up. Okay. I'll work on that later. For the time being, though, I want to check out the quest over here from Broly to get his relic. Now, I was told this secret relic is apparently exclusive to Broly. So if you have a shiny Broly, then it's going to be a massive day for you all. Yes, I said the big M word. I said massive. I'm pretty sure this is a really OP relic. How difficult is he? So hatch or sacrifice 2 Okay, this is really easy. I can do this right now. Bye-bye to the first Broly. Bye-bye. I can't talk right now. Oh my god, I am so hyped. But yeah, there is the 2 Brolys now gone, you know, sacrifice into the Shadow Realm. We just need to activate Legendary Super Saiyan twice. Oh, well, no, it's actually 5 times. I don't know why I read that as twice. In order to do that, I need to fight a strong enemy, so might as well fight the Lost Worlds boss, so then, you know, we get a ton of money. So let's pop on the summer damage and also summer cash, so then, you know, we get as much money as possible. So summer cash is going to be over here. We'll pop on a few of those. And awesome, now we should be ready to take on the bosses over here. We also need to make sure that we pop on our proper loadout over here. And I think my power should be as high as possible. I think. Yeah, I think for next video, I'm going to try getting as many of the GOJOs as possible. So then, you know, we can try making them Ascension 6 alongside, you know, Draculae, Naruto Beast. It's going to be a, like, shiny packed video. And we might even get a few more, you know, maybe I get shiny Aizen sometime by tomorrow or the day after, you know, before the weekend events end. And then maybe even shiny cars if we are, you know, lucky enough. Oh yeah, by the way, to any of you all interested, my guild just became A rank. So if you guys are interested to join and fill up those, you know, last 5 slots and maybe some more slots, because I think some of these people quit the game, yeah, feel free to apply in my Discord server, linked in the description. But there we go, just like that, we've already finished the quest over here, which means that we can now claim it from Broly in the first area. So if we just quickly head on back through, and then, of course, you know, talk with the GOAT himself, Broly. Will he just give us the relic, you know, just like that? Or do we have like a part 2? Here it is. The first secret relic in the game. You can only equip him to Broly. He gives 115% damage, 50% HP, 15% attack speed, and plus 15% rage gain and rage heal. So this is 100% worth being called a secret relic. But how does it apply? Is it what? Is it just going to be like doubling his strength over here? Well, let's see. He has 3.99 million. And then when we put it on him, of course, we'll obviously max level it if it isn't already. No, it actually already is. He's now 5.07 million. So it does seem like at the moment, we can't really see how good he can be because, you know, I don't have the proper trait. I don't have the proper level and, you know, second relic slot and whatever. But I am fairly confident from what you guys have told me in the Anime Wars Discord server that apparently this makes Broly like as good as like Aizen or something. So I think if I were to get him, you know, Shiny, Sun God, Ascension 6, whatever, you know, just like I'm planning to do with all the other secrets, he should go on your main team of like the first 8 equips. Maybe. Let me know down in the comments. Maybe they need to do some like buffs or whatever. But now, with that, you know, done and dusted, the only thing that I think I want to do for the rest of this update is not going for the GOJO style. I don't think I can get it today because, you know, that will probably take, you know, at least 5 nights at Freddy's. You know, you get the reference? Yeah, I'm sure you do. But what I am going to try and do is I'll grind, you know, with the same friends from before. We're going to try getting Sukuna, you know, maybe I can showcase how strong he's going to be, you know, once you feed him all the Sukuna fingers and whatever. And then maybe I'll get, you know, Spear of Heavens, Inventory, Curse, whatever. It's gonna depend on, you know, how lucky we get in the next 2 hours. So, for, I guess, the final time, let me cook, you know, for the rest of this update. Who knows? Maybe we get a shiny Sukuna. That would be so cool and funny. Actually, I'm not even sure if it's possible to get him shiny. Maybe it's like an upgrade thing. Maybe you have to feed him a certain amount of Sukuna fingers and he turns shiny maybe. I don't know. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we are back after a seriously long time. In fact, it's almost been around 20 hours since the update dropped. I kind of got a little bit busy, you know, it ended up being too late, then I had something, you know, IRL and whatever. But regardless, there's no point making excuses. We did actually manage to get a Sukuna. I just need to find out where he is. Yeah, here he is. So here is the bad boy, the big man himself. Now, just to showcase his power over here, these are going to be his 2 specials. Here we have his ability and also King of Curses and Healing Technique. Now, if you guys want, you can go ahead and pause the video and just like have a look at all the different stats. But to make it simple, he will get plus 30 base damage for every single finger that we give him. The max will be 15. Then plus 20% crit damage and 10% boss damage for the very first finger. And then for every like 2 or 3 fingers, he gains like an extra buff, like an extra relic equip slot. His ultimate like evolves into Malevolent Shrine. And then at 15 fingers, once below 20% HP, he will heal 60% HP over 3 seconds. So cannot attack while healing. So overall, for an exclusive unit, he sounds really, really OP. Let's see if we can actually go ahead and, you know, max level him immediately. So if we just find him over here, and then we head on over to the upgrades, the first one's obviously going to be costing, you know, the 1 finger. So we'll just go ahead and select that. Then if we just quickly, you know, spam the rest of these, just like so, he is now officially, or at least he should be, maxed out, at least in terms of the fingers. So let's have a look. Now his base damage is going to be level 1, 840, which if we compare that to, for example, Boros, is he going to be better than Boros? Yes, he's going to be around plus 110 more damage, and then comparing him to Frieren, it is going to be obviously a much higher difference, in this case 240. And then compared to the secrets, he's better than Naruto Beast, he's better than Aizen. I'm not sure if he's going to be better than Kaz, I forgot his base damage, but he might be obviously weaker than GOJO for sure. Yeah, level 1 would be normal. So it seems like if you're able to get Sukuna, it's basically like a cheaper version of GOJO. So again, highly recommend you get him. But obviously, you know, we're not done just yet, right? Obviously, there's still, you know, much more stuff to do with him. We can obviously, you know, go ahead and level him up. So if we just go ahead and do this, what is the tier up going to be costing? Money and Heavenly Restricted Fragments. So I don't think we're going to be able to max tier him up today, because that money pricing is just so, like, expensive at the moment. Yeah, just look at that. The next one to level 80 is going to be 28 trillion. And then probably to get him to level 90 is going to be like another 50 trillion. So overall, it is going to be taking quite a long time. But at least we can get a rough idea of how strong he's going to be, right? For example, if we just equip, let's say, do I have any level 15 Shadow Dragon Horns or something? I don't. Alright, problem solved. I just max leveled them. And then I guess we can go ahead and get a good trait on him now. But do I really want to waste my limited summer trait rerolls on just a normal Sukuna? No, that would be definitely a waste for sure. So what I think I'm going to do instead is maybe head on over to the Future City and just try maybe getting like Supreme or Second Wind, you know, something like that. As I said, until we get him shiny or whatever, I don't feel like wasting all of my like extra tokens or whatever on just, you know, a measly normal one. So we'll just go for like the second best thing. And I'm pretty sure I have a lot of the normal Treachery Rose just, you know, waiting to be used. I mean, we have 2000, which isn't too bad. Let's just put auto roll on for maybe Supreme or Second Wind, and let's the auto rolling begin. Okay, wow, that's pretty fast. Hey, nice. It seems like we already managed to get a Second Wind over here. Does this mean that he has a good amount of damage? I mean, for a level 60, I mean, it's definitely good. I guess if we really want to see, you know, those like 10 million, 20 million, 30 million numbers, obviously we need to get him to like level 80, 90, whatever. So I guess until I make, you know, the next video, I'm probably going to be trying to grind as much money as possible. So then, you know, that way I can get rich, you know, cool, happy, all that good stuff. And we can also start making our way towards getting a few more of, actually not a few more, to get the GOJO style mythical, since at the moment, you know, I did actually get the Honored One title. So once we get obviously GOJO style, it will evolve into Infinite Void. So that would be very good to get. And then I'm still confused, by the way, what that third title and legend was. Again, let me know down in the comments. Is it one of these two? Because I swear they were in the game. And obviously this has been in the game for like years. But yeah, apart from that though, I have some grinding to get to. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And apart from that though, peace out.